here in the shop again. I'm gonna do part 2 of this here Honda MUV700. I'm gonna get the exhaust off today, try and get the cam out and cylinder head and the cylinder and whole 9 yards. Let's see what happens with it. All right, here we are. We're gonna use the Milwaukee ratchet, power ratchet, to get the exhaust cover off, so we can get that Allen bolt out that's at the back of the cylinder head. Number 2 and clamp number 3. Got the collars still in place there. This bolt that's not supposed to be in there out. There's one more down here. It looks like it's got a 12-ish millimeter head. Somewhere. Get the back bolts on the exhaust here. You can't see. pushing on back tailpipe. This here, as it comes off, it'd be great to have it all the way off, but if it just needs to sit here, then it needs to sit here. Now we'll start. Looks like there's one more hose here. We'll take the through bolt here, and that'll be it. Yeah, it's bigger than that. Be 14s on both sides. Pinch bolt out. I broke these loose earlier, so it makes it nice and loose there. Just pinch bolt in here. Alright, so those right there, and beyond that she's free. This has got a little bit of crud down in there. Push that down on there, and then we'll just push that off the side. And then we can start pulling stuff off for real. So everything we've done prior to this point has been prep for this step. Once we get, I'll get a camera up here and we'll really start taking stuff apart and inspecting as we go. All right, we're gonna get started here. These are the caps on the studs that'll go way down there. Alright, see how she's kind of rocking a little bit? Everything's pretty much on these studs as far as torque. So, got that. Now we'll start anything that looks like it's just valve cover. We'll do these first. Sometimes there's bolts hidden underneath stuff like this. Gasket looks good. And there is a bolt right there. Same thing on this side. And we'll want to keep the copper sealing washers with it. Notice we're not pulling tension off here yet. Now, that spring tension forces things to move. We'll want to pick it up like this so the bolts go straight down in it. They don't fall out. We can set this on some rags on the bench and it'll stay pretty nice, and we know where all the bolts go that way. And as we look at the bottom, as I say that, I'll drop every one of them out. You can see it's got the rockers captured with them 10 mils. So it's kind of what we want it to do. And we'll go ahead and set this off, and when we do, we'll take these push rods and lifters. See, somebody already marked them. Front up, rear up. And they're in pretty good shape, so we'll go ahead and lift this out. Get these, if we can get the cups out. Looks pretty clean. Yeah, just I drop it. All right. There. Again, looks pretty good. Not worried about it. Pull this here off, that gasket. We're going to take a quick look at it. We'll lay it out just like this. Note that little hole right there. It goes over that groove. And if we was to put it on backwards or try to, And it would go. It would be a pain, but it would just sort of fit. It wouldn't be nothing for it to line up with. Now this will pull these 8s. Need to come off. And this will be the top of the cylinder head right here, and the cam will be right underneath it. I'm going to pull this off while I'm here. Now, I don't have to pull this off right now. But it's a good time to check. Check the gasket and check if there's any trash in it. Any trash that's in there we want to find now, because somebody else has already been in there. There. It's pretty clean. I don't see anything wrong with it. Go ahead and set that aside. I don't see anything for metal, anything in it. All right, that looks good there. A couple of extensions and that same 8mm wobble. Comes loose. Go back around here and just see if there's anything at all that might be holding that. I think I missed one. Didn't get it all the way out. All right, do the same thing with this after we have a quick look at it. We'll set it off on top of the bench with some rags so nothing can happen to it. Yep. It's pretty decent what I can see. I'll go set it on the bench and set it up where it can drain some oil. All right. Down here, what on earth? Some weird discoloration down here. And I don't see any crosshatch. There's a little, but got a bad spot in the cylinder. Yeah. Alright, well, that's that. And then we'll go ahead and pull the tensioner here. Get that pulled. Get the top bolt out. Come on. Now when I get a second, that tensioner, I'll pull it out and reset it. But tonight, or today, is not the time. But there she is. And there'll be a bolt. This will come out and you'll spin it, and that'll allow it to, and that'll be it. It should go right in. So now, the cam chain is nice and easy. So, as this pulls, it's spinning this way. And I'm going to clean all this off. See how somebody's marked right there? We're going to want to get this piston to top dead center. And then we're going to make sure that this is rocked back so all the tension is on this side of the chain. And then we'll mark the entirety of the cam. And once the cam is located like that, that's how we want it. We want everything located. So it'll be nice and easy. So as long as this is at top dead center, I'll be able to put this in, roll it back against the chain tension, and check the timing marks. All right, we're gonna pause this for a minute while I grab around and get some more tools, and we'll go from there. All right, I'm gonna twist this thing over by hand just a few times here. Let me adjust what I'm doing. And like I said, there's a little mark right there. Somebody's had a paint pen on. If we're lucky, maybe somebody already did our work for us. Oh. I don't see no marks lined up there. Unless it was trying to line up back here, but I don't understand why they wouldn't line up the cam caps. Oh. Almost done went too far. See if we can turn this nice and slow here. A little too far. Alright, so here's where the cams are both down, or both lobes of the cam are down. One's almost straight down and one's out. And I don't see, I mean, that's as top dead as it gets. I like that. And this here's, I believe that's the actual top dead center. I don't see any marks on anything, except for the fact that this pinhole in the cam gear, there's no locator, but I imagine that's what they was after. They set it right there. That's what they did. They located, there's a pinhole, a little bigger than that, in the side of this here. And they just located it real fat. But we're not going to do that. We're actually going to take some brake clean or something and clean this off and run some paint on everything. because it make me feel better. And we'll go with that. I just a little much to just kind of go, well, it just kind of goes right there. And these things, I like everything to be right when I put it back together. All right, so we're just gonna yeah, that's a lot of brake clean, I know. But we want it to be right. And this is probably the only locating marks we'll put on the thing. It has been running a little bit low on oil. You just sort of see, I don't think it's hurting nothing, but it's there nonetheless. All right, so while that's drying, I'm gonna go try and locate a paint pen, which may be my biggest trick yet. Well, paint pen didn't work out. It's froze. What's not froze is this spray paint, which is under pressure. So you almost can't make it freeze. We sprayed it quite a bit, or excuse me, shook it quite a bit. And now we have spray paint, which is bright orange. Get in there and we'll just dab some along as we go. That worked for crap. See how it just kind of run over the side? Part of it's that it's dang cold. I'm trying to get some over here, aligned with this pin. Now, I can't guarantee the chain's going to stay in the same spot. It may try and move a little bit on that back side. And then we'll go get a couple drops on the back of the cam. Yeah, that bottom side of the chain may yeah, it didn't work for crap. Anyways. Still, there's a little bit of oil on the back side of the cam. Being said, we're actually going to try and let this sit for a few minutes, and if it's going to dry, maybe it'll dry now. Just give it a chance to chemically sort itself out before we pull the cam caps off and screw it up even worse. All right, we are back at it. Paint seems to be relatively dry. Try and make sure when you pull bolts out of something like this, if you are going to pull them all the way out, that they're the same length. Not what I wanted. All right, I'll get that. Got the tray. Got a locating dowel in it, but it looks pretty good. That took forever, didn't it? Anyways, we got this little tray. I'll go ahead and put this back. It's just, as it fills, it makes sure the cam stays oiled. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this on the bench. All right, so we're back. Got a chain that you don't want to drop down in there if you can help it. And put this here. There's this bolt right here. Don't forget that one. Where did that? Making sure that we felt all the way around it. That's all I feel. I'll walk around, double check. I guess that's it. Let me check. Alright, so the chain's laying out. There went the piston, and she's out. Set that off the side. And this is our first check. So we're gonna just kind of checking for up and down play. Got very little. Do have some gunk here. What on earth? You seeing this? Get this out the way. What in the hell? Lack of oil to the piston would cause those weird marks. Especially if you left a rag in the motor when you reassembled it. Jesus. Jeez. Ha! Okay, well, you know, I see stuff like that sometimes, but I don't see it a lot. But that was definitely something. Okay, well, I'll next we're gonna pull a pin out of the side of here, and we'll try and get the camera moved around for that. Good times. I went ahead and pulled that pin out because it's such a pain. Really need to get that pin out. Sometimes this aftermarket stuff be just beat to snot. But anyways, I said the clip's out. I'll get this out. The pin just slides out, and then we'll show you how to do the assembly on the piston itself. Alright, she started out. Sorry about the dog in the background. There are lots of videos of him barking and acting stupid on the shorts feed. Come on now. Alright, last time I swung, just gonna get that out, and that thing is in there. She is. You see, this is a brand new piston, but see how it's wiped on the edges? Discolored. It's been oil starved. After it's been running for a minute, I bet you all the oil pools up right there. Yep. What a mess. Alright, well, let's hope that's all it starved. It was worth a dang. That's the feed port. Yep. Alright. There's cleaner areas to do this, but I'm cold. We'll put one of these in here. I have to run out of here a minute and see what that dog's about. He has to be FedEx or somebody for him to be that upset. Dang it, I'll bear it back. Neighbor's dogs are out. I seem to have measured this pin up. There's two places, and I think I got it in the wrong hole. It needs to go in the outer one. Alright, it's tinked into the correct place. We'll put some lube in there. We'll take our pin and we'll slide it just through the first port. And it'll butt up here, and then we'll circlip inside there afterwards. The important part here is it's so cold, we want this piston to stay warm. So we're gonna lay it up here, because that piston will expand and allow that pin to slide right in. Alright, let me move this camera. Now we got 4 rings here. First one goes in the oil control slot. Nice and easy. We want to try and have a look, see where she's joining up. Then we'll slide this in there. That spacer in there tried to escape just now. We just want to make sure, see how it's trying to stack one on top of the other? We cannot, and I mean cannot, allow that to go down in the bore. And this has to be seated below that ring. Alright, so as we look at the profile as this spins, everything's in pretty good shape, it looks like. And we're gonna set these rings in here. Some rings have a pretty aggressive taper on the edge, unlike that, and that top at taper will go on the top side. Some rings will be labeled. Now we don't want these to line up when we put them in. And we'll line this up 180 out. All these move and they're not froze, and that's good because rings will freeze. And if they've got a bunch of crap in them and they're froze, they won't control oil, they won't get nothing. They have to be able to move. Rings need oil to function. Now this is the old one, and it was at one point in time a nice piston before it got a little bit oil starved. .25 over piston, looks like. Oh, that's not a common size, but boy, it's got an awful lot of wear on it for no more hours than this motor has on it. Probably doesn't have a dozen hours on it. Now, there's our new one, and it's gonna look great going in there. So this is, I just finished where I'm at. I went ahead and I throw the piston in, got the rings in, got the cylinder in, timing chain guides are where they need to be, and I'm going to quit for the day because I can always set top dead center and make sure my timing is fresh when my mind is fresh tomorrow. So that was part 2. The big deal is that piece of rag, and we'll go from there on this and we'll get it figured out. and she'll be running tomorrow. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and we appreciate it.